Okay, my lovely beauties. Welcome to another episode of my breast cancer journey / diaries. And today I am on my way to my first mixed treatment, which I will be having the Herceptin and a lighter dose of chemo today. So I am now in my weekly phase. Once a week I will have just the Herceptin, and once a week I will have both the chemo and the Herceptin. So this week today is my first experience of them both. And so I am expected to be at the clinic for anywhere between 4 and 5 hours. So guess what? My Thursday will be spent at the oncologist clinic. So I've got a boost to ramp up my protein for today. I've got some trusted old water here, you know, that best tasting thing in the world. And I'm all dressed for the occasion. Warm clothing and positive attitude, ready to enter into this next phase. And with God's grace and glory, I will breeze right through this when I'm on the upside now, and that's what I have to believe. So yeah, I'm staying positive, happy, and just want to give you all a little what's up, and I will chat with you all maybe on the inside. Usually it's just not easy to do because they really don't want the cameras out. But I sneak and try to get a little like footage of myself every now and then, but I do try to obey the orders, you know what I mean? So if not, I'll chat with y'all when I'm all done. I'll see you guys soon. Love you. All right, beauties, I'm done. It's like, I don't know, I think it's close to 5:30. There was a lot of little things that happened throughout the course of this treatment that was very different than the other treatment. And I will share those with you all once I get in the car. I'm very nauseous right now, so the less talking I do, the better I feel. But my son is here and James is here, so yeah. And my son has Sarge in the car. Hey, baby.
Hey.
Whew.
Rough.
It was a trying day.
Long day.
Yeah, I had to definitely call on God a few times today. But I feel like, you know, that happened with my first treatment. I think it's just God intervening. Like he wants to stop things for a moment to do his work. Because like the needle thing just popped off. I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? And I called the nurse and she's like, this has never happened before.
Really?
And so they were like, are you okay? Are you okay? I go, I feel fine. It scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
But, you know, I felt fine. But, you know, the same thing with the first treatment. You know, my port they couldn't get the blood returned. Like, I think it's just God. He's doing his miracle in his way. You know, he's intervening with the medical system and saying, let me do this how I need to do it. You know, so. But I'm weak. I'm tired. So I'm going to go home and...
Yeah, go get some rest. Try to beat this storm.
Yeah.
It's on its way. It's been real slow.
Yeah, I was looking out the window. I was like, you need to go. Go ahead and go because I don't want you to be in it. But how's my boy back there doing?
Good.
Hey, Sargy boy. That's my Sargy. That's my firstborn grandson. He wasn't feeling so good yesterday, but he's looking pretty good today.
Yeah.
You doing okay, big boy? You know I love you. I do. Say hi to YouTube. They're all dog lovers, so lots of love to you. All right, Mom. I love you.
Love you too. Text me whenever y'all make it home.
I will text me when you get home because we'll get home before you. So.
I will.
All right, love you.
Love you
Be
too.
careful.
I will.
All right. That's my baby boy, y'all. So I'm in the car. There's James. He came to pick me up. I'm not gonna stay on for too long because if I start talking, I get like, yeah, you know. I'm very, very, very exhausted. A lot happened, like I said, and I'll tell you all either tonight or I'll be able to tell you all tomorrow. We'll just see how it goes. But, well, maybe I'll tell you now. So today, as you all know, I got the Herceptin and I got the chemo. And right when they first started doing everything, I was telling the nurse how like this whole thing is, the last few weeks have felt like when I'm pregnant, that I feel like I did when I was pregnant. Like I would have those moments of where I smell something or taste something and I just literally be like, this isn't gonna work, it's gonna make me sick. And as I was telling her that, they shot the stuff in the tube and the taste came up in my mouth and I felt myself started to gag and I was like, I'm gonna be sick, I'm gonna be sick. And so she ran to get me a bag, and you know, you have your mask on and like you're trying to think like, what do I do? Like I can't move because I'm all hooked up to tubes, and you know, they have to unhook for me to go to the bathroom or anything. So I was literally like at a moment of panic. And she ran and grabbed these little bags and she said, honey, just let it out. And she goes, but so she stopped everything and she goes, let me go let the doctor know. I don't know what we need to do. If we can, do he want us to stop? Does he want to see you? You know? And so we just sat there for a few minutes. Again, prolonging time, y'all, because this means, you know, now it's gonna be 6 hours instead of 5.
So you want the kids?
Hold on. To let y'all know, I'm at Freddy's. I kind of feel like I could eat a burger, although I don't know if I can or not. Wish me luck. But so in the midst of all that, you know, my heart was racing, my heart rate went up, mainly because I was at a panic. Like, and they were, you know, it was just, I wasn't expecting that. So I didn't, you know, it was like, you know, it's just a lot. And so then the doctor ordered to have ready for me a drug. I can't remember what they called it. Part of me is saying Afrin, but I don't think that's what they said. But it was to be, you know, through my IV, and it was an anti-anxiety and nauseous medicine. So they had that ready to go, but you know, I told them, I said, can I just, because they told me it was really going to make me wonky. Like it was a very strong drug and it was going to make me very delirious. And I don't do well as it is with stuff. And so I was kind of like, nope, can I just have a moment where let me see if my heart rate go down, if I can relax myself. And I did. I just sat there, laid my head back, you know, started calling on God, asking him, you know, what was the purpose? What's happening here? And I don't know if you heard the footage earlier, but a very similar thing happened with me with my first dose of chemo. They couldn't get my blood draw. My port was like a little bit swollen. Like all these things were happening at the beginning. And I think God just has a way of reminding us that even through medicine, he is still the ruler. And I think he needed to stop man's medicine so that he can allow his miracle to go inside. And you know, and I just prayed, and I was scared. You know, it was like you're in there alone. And I think that's what people, you know, like with this COVID situation, like I'm strong, I got it, but like, you know, when you know you have that moment of, you know, you go in there, you don't know what to expect, and then when something happens and you know it's not the norm, and you're like, okay, now what? You know, and there's nobody's hand that you can hold. You just sitting there like on your own. And so we got things going, and they gave me Benadryl. So Benadryl really makes me woozy and wonky. So bear with me, y'all. If I start sounding like I'm talking out of my yang, that's because I probably am talking out of my yang. But so you know, then things are going, they're flowing. I'm editing YouTube videos, feeling very, very nauseous. Knowing that the Benadryl is kind of like doing some stuff because I'm feeling kind of wonky, but I know that if it would have been the other drug, I would have been completely, they said I wouldn't have been, like the way I was already looking, that drug, I would probably have needed assistance even walking out, because it would just make you literally just that wonky. And I didn't want that drug. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I got this, I'm good, and I kind of like did like this because you're sitting in a weird position. Got my burger. So things were all along fine, like I said, and I kind of went to go like this because I was kind of like, I felt like I was kind of, been sitting in the same position for a while. And just as I did it, I felt like I heard a pop and I felt like like a scratch. And I looked down and my tube had just popped out. And so the chemo was like shooting out of the tube. And because this is during the time that I'm actually getting the chemo, the Herceptin is actually finished. And so I look up, I can't see a nurse. I see one nurse, but she's at a computer, her back is turned to me. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to get up. So I'm trying to, because I'm hooked up and all this stuff and da-da-da. But I guess theoretically I could have walked away because I wasn't hooked up anymore, but I was so nervous. I grabbed the little dolly and I started walking towards the nurse and I'm waving my hand and she looks up and she goes, what's wrong? And then she saw that I was holding the tube and there's chemo shooting out of the tube. And she's like, what happened? I said, I don't know. It just popped out. And they got me back to my seat. They cleaned up the chemo off the floor. They sent me to wash my hands because they don't want it to be on your hands or whatever. So luckily it didn't get on me or anything. I guess like when it popped, I saw it just in time and I just grabbed the tube and I was trying to hold the tube tight so that little as can come out. And so then she had to go let the doctor know what happened. She re-accessed the port. When she re-accessed the port, it was actually very tender, which I've always been tender. I feel like I haven't ever healed because they poked the darn thing so much. But and then when they were doing the blood draw, when they would pull the tube back, I would feel like a pain. And she was worried that something was wrong, that something had gotten scratched. So she had to go speak with the doctor. But he decided that he thinks it's okay. Just keep an eye on me. So at that point, I should have been less than 30 minutes done, but now I'm at 45 minutes because all of that took time. And so yeah, it's been interesting, but the good thing is I'm done with the first treatment. Next week it's just a Herceptin, and so I think I'm gonna go for now because I think I need to stop talking, but I'm good, people. I am good. I'm blessed. So hopefully I can eat this burger because I don't know. I love y'all. Remember, be strong with me.